Welcome to QSR Nation, your weekly dose of food service marketing tips and business strategies for success. Here's your hosts, Josh Anderson, Beth Oots, and Anthony Pierce from the PFS Brands National Headquarters.
Hey everybody, welcome back to QSR Nation. As always, we have Josh, Beth, and Tony from the PFS Brands National Headquarters in Holtzman, Missouri to talk about food service marketing and business strategies for success. Today we're going to talk about how you can measure and define success of any marketing campaign you're going to implement, whether that's a social media campaign or giving out coupons or anything like that. Beth just returned from Mardi Gras, so she's still in the party mood, so we're going to kick this off.
Well, thank you, man. So a lot of the ways whenever we get calls from different retailers is they're always saying, well, how do we know if this is going to be successful? You know, we can give you tons of ways to be able to measure that success, but really, honestly, it's what you're going to be defining it. So if you want to run a social media promotion, let's say that you want to have a store that or a customer that's going to be doing the chicken dance. Let's just use that for an example. But it depends on how many people are going to be liking that content or how many people are going to be sharing it. We have so many different of our business advisors and our retailers that ask us, well, how do we know if it's successful or not? Well, what do you want it to be? Is it going to be just based on the views that are on there, whether it's going to be shared multiple times or if it's just a like because you're going to be doing that? You know, you have to make sure that you're defining your own success with every single promotion because every single store and every single campaign that you do is completely different.
Yeah, we can't define the success for you. You have to realize what you're going for.
Absolutely, and you're going to have situations where what might be successful in one store may look unsuccessful in another, but both situations could deem it as successful simply because of the fact that they got, you know, the measured return they were looking for. Like Beth said, if you're looking for a situation to get more likes and more views through, live feed of people doing the chicken dance, vote who did it best, etc. Or if you're looking to see, did it increase sales, did it increase foot traffic? Maybe sales didn't go up, but more bodies came through the door, which that would help you tell a story that it was successful in getting people to you, but maybe there were some opportunities that you left on the table once they didn't convert over. So looking at those different opportunities to identify what the next metric for success can be is really important. Like Beth said, we get asked all the time, well, how do we know this is going to work? Well, unfortunately, it's that if we had that marketing crystal ball, we'd be billionaires. Marketing is a lot of try and try again, but you've got to know when you're doing this, what are you going for? What's that goal? And if you achieve that goal, then it was successful. And if you didn't achieve it, what kept you from it? Were there other things that you could look at and say, okay, we didn't hit the mark on this, but in this area, there were surprisingly, good lifts. So, you've got to look at that, and that's not, marketing speak for dodging a bullet of success tracking, but you've got to be able to really clearly understand what your goal is so that your marketing campaign can be really targeted to achieving that goal.
Exactly right. You can't just have a marketing campaign with no goals. It's like setting up a Facebook campaign. Us telling us, are you asking for our success level of it just because you got likes or shares or reach or anything like that?
I think one thing to remember too is, actually Tide did a really great job of this during the Super Bowl. They did a commercial. It's all strictly about the pre and post dialogue. Is that all the conversation that led into what's going to happen during the Super Bowl, but everything led to the post dialogue. Whenever it was, they did the hashtag Tide ads. And so whenever you do these certain campaigns, especially on Facebook, it may not necessarily have what is going on or what sales you see during the exact time that you're doing the Facebook feed, but it's going to be all the conversation that happens afterwards. So make sure that you have those different types of measuring of, okay, if we're going to be running a live feed and we're going to be doing this, make sure there's something that people have to incorporate so you can measure that success for yourself, whether it's going to be like mention this Facebook feed or a Facebook live ad and you're going to get $2 off a chicken tender or something like that. Just make sure that you're just setting up yourself for success.
And I love the fact that you use the Tide commercial. Kudos to the company if you're listening because that was really great. I thought it was hilarious because, the Super Bowl is past, is gone, it's history now. And my kids saw a commercial the other night, and they go, it must be a Tide ad, everybody's clean.
Yep.
Hey, it worked, okay? And that's the thing is, really understanding what they're going for and, making sure that you're looking at those same type of goals. What are you looking to measure for so you can know that you've succeeded or where your next opportunity lies.
Be unique in all of your advertising.
Yep, and genuine. It helps a lot.
Yes.
So, yeah. So if you have any more questions about measuring any goals or campaigns you have coming up, please reach out to us, mdf@pfsbrands.com. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast on pfsbrands.com/podcast. And you guys have anything else, Dad?
No, just don't forget we're on iTunes and SoundCloud also.
Yep. All those wonderful places to find us. All right. So everybody, for Josh, Beth, and Tony and QSR Nation, we'll talk to you next week.
Stop by next week for another QSR Nation episode or visit pfsbrands.com.